right, Douglas Park, all in. Welcome back. It's your man, Mr. Weinstein, your infamous PE teacher, Douglas Park extraordinaire. And first of all, I'm glad to see you. I hope you had a great week. I hope you were able to enjoy the book that I read to you all, Too Much Junk Food, and do the alphabet exercises. Today I got another activity for you. Again, it's physical fitness. And this one is a cross between exercising and yoga, right? It's called Pyramid Steps, Heads or Tails Fitness Challenge. Can you see that? Now I made this chart as a fancy chart just for you to see if you want to get fancy and actually draw your own fitness chart. This is how it would look right here. And I'm going to read the activities for you. But if you don't want to do all of that because it's too fancy, I get it. I don't blame you. So, put this over here. I wrote it out for you. Just like so. Hopefully you can see that. I can't see myself, so I'm hoping that this video comes out properly. Anyhow, the fitness, the pyramid step, heads or tail, it comes out to being an activity of exercise and yoga. And really all you need, I'm holding this up so that you can write it down. You can pause the video and write it down as well too. That way you can be able to see it. How I got it written. And what you're going to do is you're going to need a couple of pieces of material, all right? So I'm going to read this off for you. Hopefully you were able to copy that down. But like I said, pause the video. You're going to need these materials. Open space. So this is my gym. All my karate trophies are in the back. Got some on that side too. So you need open space. You're going to need a yoga mat. That's optional. You don't really need a yoga mat, but it's good if you have one. Yoga mat. You're going to need a coin as a tail. And what I've done is this. If you're playing somebody, you want to make sure they don't cheat. Color one side black. That's the tail side. And this side is heads, right? And that's not color, right? So that's heads or tails. And you're also going to need a dice, all right? One dice. And I'll tell you about that. Now, the objective of the game, and I'll hold this up. It's going to be curled up. Hopefully you can see it. The objective of the game, the objective of the game is to flip a coin to ascend. That means to go up the stairs, right? Up the pyramid stairs. Now, you're flipping it to go to the top and you're flipping it to go to the bottom. If you flip heads, that means you win. You don't have to do the exercise. But if you flip tails, then you lose. And you have to do the exercises. No matter if you win or lose, you're always flipping on the next steps. I think this is going to be a fun activity, and what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to do the activity with you. That way you'll see how to do it. Now, also, again, this right here, those were the rules, what I just showed you. These are the steps if you don't want to get fancy, all right? These are the pyramid steps just written straight out on paper. And what you have is, again, 10 lunges for the first step, 25 crunches for the second step, 25 push-ups for the third step, 25 jumping jacks for the fourth step, 20 mountain climbers for the fifth step, and 10 squats for the sixth step. The seventh step is now, that's when you get to the top of the pyramid, right? And right there, you have to do 10 squats. But once you get there, that's where the dice come in at. And you'll roll the dice, but if even number come up, that's 2, 4, or 6. Then you have to do the exercise. And then you'll have to do the 10 squats. Cool? All right, so that's the 10 squats. Now, after that, you're going down. Ascend means to go up. Descend means to come down. So what you're going to do now is, once you get to the top of the step, now it's time to come down. You'll roll your coin, flip your coin heads or tails, and on the first one, you have to do a 1-minute lotus pose. Now, a lotus pose is simply you sit with your legs folded. I'll demonstrate that with you. And for 30 seconds, you can count if you don't have a watch or a timer. you can sit in, with your legs folded for 30 seconds on one side and then switch your leg position and do 30 seconds on the other side. That will be 1 minute or thereabout. Okay, then the next step going down, now we're on the 8th step, you'll have to do a cat and cow position. This is a great yoga position that helps you warm up your spinal column, right? It gets your spinal column to flex and strengthen your spinal column. And then the next one, when you flip again, is 30 seconds downward facing dog. It's a dynamic yoga pose that works on the upper body, mainly the shoulders and the arms. And then it also stretches the hamstrings and the calf. I'll show you that. And then next flip. Now, let me say this, interrupt myself. When you do the downward facing dog, you're gonna do that 3 times. But between each one, you're gonna do a thing called child pose. And I'm gonna demonstrate that for you. Even if I get a tails, if I get a head, I'll demonstrate that for you. And then after that, you'll flip the coin again, and then you'll have a chair pose. I'll demonstrate that pose for you. You do that 3 times, and between that, there's a mountain pose. That's when you're simply standing up. I think you'll like that. Those 2 poses in between, I'll put those there so that you can get rest in between the poses that you have to do. And then the last 2 is 30 seconds warrior pose. You're gonna do the right side, the left side, the right side, the left side, the right side, the left side. So that comes out to about 3 minutes. That's gonna be heavy duty. So I'll try to demonstrate it. I don't want to eat up too much time, but I really want to demonstrate these exercises and these poses so that you'll know how to do it. And then the last one is triangle pose. And it's the same thing. You do 30 seconds on one side, 30 seconds on the other side, and you do that 3 times. So this is called the Pyramid Steps Heads or Tails Fitness Challenge. Let's go. I got my coin. Remember, that's the head side. This is the tail side. My first, if y'all can see that, my first flip, if I get heads, I don't have to do it. But if I get tails, I have to do lunges. Let's see what Mr. Washington gets. I'll flip here. Okay, I know you can't see it. I got tails, so I lose. So I got to do the lunges. So the way we do the lunges is simple. You get yourself in a position where you want your leg to be in a 90-degree angle. And all you're gonna do is dip down and let this knee touch the floor. So it looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you switch sides. Come on this side. Get your balance, and then you go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! That right there burns and exercises, works on the quadricep muscle. So, I'll take a deep breath. Let it out. Always take deep breath. That will help slow down your breathing process and give your muscles oxygenated blood to help you continue your exercise. Okay, I'll flip again. Now this time, if I get heads, I win. I don't have to do it. But if I get tails, 25 crunches. Here we go. Heads. I don't have to do it, but I'm gonna do 10 just so you can see it. So crunches, you would do 25. You lay flat, and then you just come up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And really, you can do how many exercises you want. I put 25. You might only have 5. You know, 3. It doesn't matter. You just want to do some exercises. I had 25 on here. I did 10 because I won. I wasn't going to do 25 and I won and I'm going to do 25 like I lost. I'm not doing that. Okay, next flip. If I lose, if I get tails, 25 push-ups. If I don't, if I win, I don't have to do it. Tails, I lost. 25 push-ups. I'm in a workout, still losing. Here we go. Make sure your back is straight. You're in a plank position. Your butt is not too high. You definitely don't want it sagging. Nice level, and then bend your elbows to a 90-degree angle. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Woo! Getting a little workout here. But I said, take a deep breath. And hold it for a second. Now, next one, next flip, next step. And this is step number 1, 2, 3, 4. 25 jumping jacks. So, heads or tails. If I get heads, I win. Don't have to do it. Tails, I lose. Tails. Here we go. 25 jumping jacks. I can move up on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Freak it out. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Here we go. Deep breath. Hold it and let it out. All right. I was hoping that I'd be winning. I'm losing. But even though I'm losing, I'm winning because I'm exercising and my body's getting healthy. All right, here we go. Next one, 20 mountain climbers. Here we go. Heads, I win. Tails, I lose. I lost. 25 mountain climbers. Okay, so in the mountain climber, you start out like you're getting ready to run a race. And then you alternate your legs. Like so. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Socks was dragging on that one. Woo! Deep breath. Hold it and let it out. All right. Now, we're getting a workout. Last one we at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're at the top of the steps. We're at the top, and that's step number 6, I think. And it's 10 squats. Now, no matter what, at the top, I get a chance to roll the dice. Hopefully I'll win. Take a little water break. Here we go. Heads, praise the Lord. Okay. So, I got heads, and that means that I would have to do the squats. But with the dice, I still roll the seed. This is the gamble. So I won with that. Now I gotta see if I win with this. And you don't have to in the game. If you don't have a dice, then just go heads or tails to see if you have to do it or not. Here we go. One, 3, or 5. If that come up, those are odd numbers. You don't have to do it. A 3 came up. Now I'm starting to win. Now, as I take my break, body armor, just a drink. but it's supposed to replenish, hydrate my body. All right. Just a little sip. I don't want to cramp up. Now, all of those exercises for calisthenics. The point of it is to get your body warmed up, exercise, get it stronger, get the muscles nice and supple. Now, we ascended, meaning we went to the top. Now we're going to descend and start to work our way down. And this is where we start to implement, put in our yoga practices. So, the first pose is called a lotus pose. And that's when you sit with your legs folded, Indian style. That's all it is. But 30 seconds on each side. I happen to have a watch. But I'm going to count. Just in case you don't have it, you can count it out. So, let's roll the dice and see what happens. Flip the coin and see what happens. I got tails. I win. That means I don't have to do it, but let me still demonstrate what you would do. So you would sit down, yoga position. You really want your legs to be a little bit lower than mine, right? I'm not totally warmed up. When I do my yoga, I can get down a little bit lower than this. If you have blocks, something to sit on, that would raise you up a little bit and help you bring your legs down. But in any case, I sit here. All right, my back is straight. I want my heart lifted up. I want my chin up. I don't want to be slouching my back. Chin up, heart up, and then I'll count. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 30,000. And then I will switch my legs. That's both sides. Okay. So, now I'm working my way down. 1 minute on a lotus pose. The next one, 45 seconds, cat and cow. I'm going to use my watch from here on out. Don't have a watch, you can count. If you have a watch, use your timer. Here we go. Tails. Tails, I lose. So here we go, cat and cow. This is the pose that I said will help you work on your spinal column. Now, when you want to start out in what we call a tabletop position. Release your feet. Your shoulders should be directly over your arms and your wrists. The back is flat. When you inhale, you arch your back like so. Chin up, your hips up and out, and there's a slope in your back. When you exhale, you push your back up. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Next flip is going to be downward facing dog. Now the downward facing dog, remember, it's 30 seconds for that pose, and in between those poses, we're going to do child pose. Before we begin that, before I flip the coin, I want to demonstrate that for you. So, downward facing dog, you're going to start out from a forward fold. So you just fold down, fold your body, keep a slight bend in your knees, right? Because if it's too straight up, you put a lot of pressure on your knees and your hamstrings. So you want to keep a slight bend. You don't want to overdo it. I want your hands to come down and then you walk forward. And you want to keep your heels up off the floor. And then this is simply the downward facing dog. Keep your hips up high. That's your butt area, your hips. Keep that up high. Keep your neck area nice and loose. And you breathe in. Now, when we go to child pose, you're simply going to go down to your knees. You're going to sit back on your legs and keep your arms extended out. And that's 30 seconds both ways. And we're going to flip-flop back and forth from that. So, let me set my timer for 30 seconds. And I'm going to flip the coin and see what happens. Here we go. Heads, I win. I don't have to do it, but I'm going to demonstrate at least one set for you. So, let's say I had lost. I will set my timer. I will start downward facing dog. Hips up high. Neck loose area is very loose. You're going to feel this in your shoulders most of the time. And if you could put your heels down, but that'll give you a tremendous stretch. But if not, it's fine just to keep your heels up. Okay, so that's 30 seconds. I come back, and then I reset my timer to 30 seconds again. And hopefully it'll just chime and you can just go right to 0 and start again. So here we go. So I start with my child pose. And you want to relax. This is a great pose in between when you're starting to feel the exercise, feel this yoga, and it's putting a lot of pressure on you. This is a great pose to be in. And chair pose. And you want to make sure that you're always breathing in your yoga pose. Part of your yoga practice is to make sure that you're breathing. You're going to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. That causes a backflow. So that allows you more oxygen versus if you breathe through your mouth and then you're all out of that oxygen right away. Yoga, you want to try to hold the position and breathe. Got 30 seconds. I reset. And now mountain pose. Mountain pose, I stand up, my chest is up, my chin is up, my feet are rooted into the floor. I feel all my weight on both of my feet. Make sure you breathe it. Now, Warrior 2 is a dynamic yoga pose. It's the infamous pose. Everybody say you do yoga and they kind of do that pose or a tree pose. I'm going to demonstrate that for you. Let's see if I get heads and tails. I got tails. So I got to do that. Now, I'm only, for the sake of time and you watching this video, I'm only going to do it twice. Right, and then I'm gonna get into it, and then we're gonna be over because I don't want to hold you too long if you were doing the exercises or watching me do the exercise. So here we go. What I want to do is I want to put my knee out, 90-degree angle, meaning that it's like an L. I want my back leg extended straight behind me. I want to plant that, and I want to stretch out, fingertip to fingertip, keeping my heart open, meaning when I do this, it's closed. When I open it up, my heart is open. I want to keep my back aligned. I want to keep my chin up, and I want to breathe. So 30 seconds on both sides. Here we go. And this is the traditional Warrior 2 pose. This right here is when you want to create length and be able to extend your body alignment. Make sure you breathe it. Most of your weight should be on your back leg, divided between your back leg, your back heel, and your front leg. There's my 30 seconds. I stop it, and then I flip, and I go this way. Same thing. Now you can pivot. I'm gonna do the pivot the next time, so you'll see how that goes. Remember, my heart is open. If my hands are like that and I can see it, that's not good. I want my arm behind me where I can't really see it. And I don't want it to drop. I want my arms up, all right? Nice and even. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to pretend that I want to touch that wall with these fingertips and that wall with those fingertips. And just stretch. There's the 30 seconds. Now watch the pivot. I turn this one in and I turn that one out. That's the pivot, the way you probably should rotate. My last set, because I want to save time. I was supposed to do another set, but again, for the sake of time. And the last one is triangle pose. Win or lose, I'm going to demonstrate this because I want you to be able to do it. Okay, so here we go. Here's the tails. And I got tails. So triangle pose, the last one. What you want to do is you want to step out, but not as far as we did with the Warrior 2. So I want to step out 1, maybe 2 feet. I want to start out by reaching. This is what I want to do. I want to put my arms up like I did Warrior 2, and I want to kind of reach out like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bend down and take this arm, this hand, and put it under my knee, and this arm will go straight up. Let me set my watch, my timer, for my last one. Here we go. So I'm out, I reach, and I go down, and my arm come up. And remember, I want to breathe. And it's not about going low, it's about lengthening and keeping my body aligned. I don't want to see my arm because that means I'm off. I want to put my arm back here, really opening up my chest. Now, if you want to really expand this pose, then look up. See, now I'm able to adjust my arm. That's my 30 seconds. I'll come here, and just like Warrior 2, I pivot. And I pivot this foot out, and I start my 30 seconds again. I reach out, I bend down, my hands go below my knee, onto my shin, and I take this arm and I put it up. And if I want to expand this pose, I just look up at my palm. I want my palm outward, facing the camera. And I want to maintain my breathing. In through the nose and out through the nose. There's 30 seconds again. I pivot. That you start out like, I'm in decent shape, so I can do these here. You might can't. You might have to have to do 5 lunges instead of 10. You might have to do 10 crunches instead of 25, or 10 push-ups instead of 25, 10 jumping jacks instead of 25. Whatever the case is, stay within your limit and work hard. Try to be your best when you do it. So again, that's the pyramid steps. Heads or tails. You need a coin. You need a dice for when you get to the top of the stairs. And just, stay in shape. Just try to do the exercises. I'll see you next week, hopefully, with another exercise. Until I see you again, though,